Welcome to Jackson High School Sports, live on YouTube.
Hillsborough as we did, as we lost twice to Hillsborough. They were defeated by Hillsborough in 2 games. And then there was one other one, Liberty Union defeated them 4-2, Uniota 1-0. But besides that, they've been nearly flawless. They are 6-2 in the Frontier Athletic Conference, as are the Iron Ladies. So this game, these 2 games with Chillicothe, definitely keeps somebody in the race against Hillsborough, with the hope that Hillsborough can lose to, as they are still undefeated within the Frontier Athletic Conference.
Right. Well, for sure, the team that wins this game will have a leg up on second place, and as you say, stay alive mathematically at least in the Frontier Athletic Conference race. Defending champion Hillsborough, though, they're going to be tough to catch. They have already defeated both of these second-place teams twice. Of course, Jackson in what was a classic game, unfortunately, that they lost extra innings here just a couple weeks ago, and then the next night Hillsborough got up on them early and then pretty much rolled. So you give them a lot of credit. Hillsborough defeated Chillicothe twice, 16-0 and 15-0, I think it was. And I do understand from talking to the Jackson coaching staff and the Chillicothe coaching staff, the top Chillicothe pitcher, C.J. Pittenger, was not available for either game, and so that took away a key piece of the Lady Cavaliers. Their other losses have been to very good teams as well. As Dan said, they started off 12-1 like a house of fire, and the losses that they have had have been to very good teams. And there's an asterisk by the Hillsborough loss because their pitcher was not able to play, didn't give them at least the best chance. Speaking of the Jackson Iron Ladies, Dan, they are fresh back from Myrtle Beach. Great trip down there. Won 4 out of 5 games. Won most of them easily. The only game they lost was to Aner High School out of Horry County. That's right down there in the Myrtle Beach area. And I understand, Dan, that they are the 2-time defending state champs in South Carolina.
That is our understanding. Have 2 outstanding pitchers. But any softball team's pretty lucky to have 1, actually, but this was a very special team. They defeated our Iron Ladies by a score of 11-1, but early on in that trip down there, we beat a Deptford 10-1. We beat General Brown 15-0, James Monroe 11-1, and New Hartford 7-1. So what a special trip it was for our Iron Ladies down there, as was the Iron Men, as they came away with a 4-0 record down there at Myrtle Beach. But you know what team building, and what a fun trip. Everybody that goes in, so many fans went, families went. They had a great week down in Myrtle Beach, plus they won a lot of ball games, whether it was softball or baseball.
Right. I mean, you get team bonding in a trip like that normally. In this case, it was also successful from a 1-loss situation. You're bound to run into teams as good or better than you in a situation like that, and Jackson feels they certainly learned from playing Aner, even though you never like to lose. They learned it was a measuring stick game. They learned how good some high school softball teams are, but they played 2 teams from New York, 1 team from New Jersey, 1 team from West Virginia, and then, of course, Aner from South Carolina. And so tonight, Dan, once again, second place on the line, a mathematical chance to stay in the race against Hillsborough. Hillsborough, by the way, in case you're wondering, they've lost 3 games this year, but they've lost to Pickerington North, which is a huge suburban school out of the Columbus area. They've lost to defending state champion and still undefeated Wheelersburg. And then they lost to a small school out of Scioto County, Portsmouth Notre Dame, which nevertheless is a regional district type caliber team, small school.
Always. And you know the surprising thing, and the best game they've had as a win is obviously the Jackson Iron Lady game that went 8 innings. We played them very close. We had an opportunity to maybe put a 4th loss on their schedule. Couldn't quite get over the hump and do it. But, and that would be the difference, because then talk about how important these games would be if we were tied with Hillsboro. But still 2 games behind Hillsboro. The winner stays alive tonight, so this game is huge. It is senior night tonight. We mentioned our 2 seniors, center fielder Bryn Denny. They were honored in the pregame with parents and family coming to the mound and introducing him, and also senior Ella Armstrong, our left fielder. It is a young Jackson Iron Lady softball team, but the 2 seniors are very key members of this team, so it's kind of a special night for them. Let's hope they can go out on a W.
Right. Well, I tell you what, yeah, on senior night, whether it's your last game or not, whether it's a big conference game or a rivalry game, it always means something, especially to the seniors and the underclassmen on a tight-knit team. Always want to win one for their seniors. So we hope that happens tonight for the Iron Ladies. Unfortunately, they have not drawn an easy game. Chillicothe, a very, very good softball team, as the record shows.
Well, back in Jackson, it's time for some good softball, and this is a excellent matchup. 13-4 Chillicothe going to take on our 15-3 Jackson Iron Ladies, and the Iron Ladies have now come out of the dugout. They're heading to their fielding positions, and this game is moments away from getting started, Pete Wilson, and these are what it's all about. It's pretty exciting softball here.
Right, and we want to thank Stockroom 601 for sponsoring our pregame and postgame show. After the game, we always talk to Coach Brandon Stevens, and we may have player interviews. We'll see how that plays out, but that opportunity will be there perhaps. But Jackson on the schedule, I'm not sure whether I'm looking at the latest schedule, but I know they have at least 2 regular season games left. And then, believe it or not, it seems like just yesterday we're getting close to the tournament.
Oh, we are. Well, for girls softball especially, we have obviously the Chillicothe game now. Then we're at Chile tomorrow night, so they come right back at it, and they have to travel. Now on the schedule now, and if there's any makeups or not, but they're also at Sheridan and at Gallia. The reason tonight is senior night is because it's your last home FAC game, and that's what Jackson tries to do, is to honor our seniors, whether it's football, or basketball or whatever. That last home FAC game is normally always senior night, so that's what we're enjoying tonight. And Pete, could it be better weather? My gosh, it's a beautiful night out here. And if you're sitting home watching this, you have plenty of time to get here. It's a great night to sit out and watch 2 very good softball teams take on each other in Frontier Athletic Conference foes.
Right, and if the schedule doesn't allow you to either be here or to even watch our telecast, it will be posted after the fact on the Total Media YouTube channel. So you have an opportunity to go back and watch all or a portion of the game. And we're just about ready to go now, just a few minutes late. And stepping in to lead off for the Lady Cavs, it'll be their pitcher, C.J. Pittenger, number 10. Serenity Taylor, as always, out there on the mound for Jackson. First pitch is down low, ball 1. For Jackson, over at catcher, of course, as always, for Jackson is Maddie Wright. Lily Eberts out there at short. KJ Worsham at third. Over at second base is Izzy Switcher. And over at first base is Alea Barnett over at third. Count is 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff hitter and the pitcher, C.J. Pittenger. That pitch is called strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. In the outfield for Jackson, from left to right, it's Ella Armstrong, one of the seniors in left. Brent Denny, another senior in center. And over and right, it's Lauren Walburn. And Pittenger hits it hard, but foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor Serenity has come back to even the count. And Serenity had a very special moment down at Myrtle Beach. She pitched a perfect game. Not easy to do in any circumstance in baseball or softball. And there's a ground ball hit easily to the first baseman, Aaliyah Barnett, and she's going to take it unassisted for the first out of the game.
Easy first out, and you figure C.J. Pittenger, their outstanding pitcher, is probably one of their very top hitters. Always good to get her out since she's in the leadoff spot. Serenity Taylor, Pete Wilson, listen to this. ERA 1.60 ERA for her for the season. 15-3, obviously. She has started every game. She's pitched 96 innings, has given up 63 hits. Now, they have scored 43 times against her, but she's only given up 22 earned runs. That's why her ERA is so outstanding. She's struck out 136 batters this year, and just another outstanding season up to this point for Serenity Taylor.
She has gone over the career 500 strikeout mark, if I recall correctly.
She has.
Not too long ago. The first pitch to Morgan, by the way, was called strike. The second pitch is low and away, ball one. Vivian Morgan is the shortstop for the Lady Cavs.
She is their shortstop. You're right. Obviously one of their better players also.
And looks like Serenity took something off that pitch, had Morgan way out in front, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Serenity, a left-hander and a junior, crafting an outstanding career here at Jackson. Pitch just off the outside corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wears number 27 on her back. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard, but foul, just foul.
About a foot foul, really crunched that one. KJ Worsham was up a little bit as a third base person, and that one shot down the line, but it is a foul, so it's just a long strike.
We'll come back and do the 2-2 pitch once again. Going to be a very busy week for the broadcasters if the weatherman cooperates, Dan. We got baseball games the next 2 nights. Warren Local here against the Ironmen down at the Haller Field. And there's a line drive single into left field, hit hard by Morgan. And she's got a clean 1-out single here for the Cavs here in the top half of the first inning.
Turned on that one nicely. Just hit the line drive directly out to one of our seniors. That obviously is our left fielder, which is
Ella Armstrong.
Ella.
Right.
Armstrong.
Caddy Boltonhouse, the center fielder, comes up now. 1 out, 1 on for the Lady Cavaliers. As we started to say, Jackson versus Warren Local in baseball tomorrow night. Jackson versus Chillicothe on Wednesday night at Jackson. And then I believe the Ironmen will be at Chillicothe on Thursday.
The next night, yes.
Yeah, the Ironmen are off tonight, by the way. For some reason, the softball and baseball not playing on the same night. Normally they do. Swing and a miss. Got that one by Boltonhouse for a strike.
1 out, 1 on.
Temperature, I believe, has hit into the 70s now. A high sky. Hardly a cloud out there at all. Taylor comes back with the pitch, and that is fouled back at the screen for strike 2. Jackson baseball, Dan, perfect down at Myrtle Beach, winning 4 games. They now are 14-0. How about that?
That is pretty outstanding. We got a 15-3 softball team, a 14-0 baseball team. JV baseball also went undefeated down in South Carolina, so it was just a huge week for everybody.
Yeah, everybody feeling good about that trip.
And they got a little sunshine.
Absolutely. Swing and a miss. Once again, Taylor looked like she took something off of it for the second out and her first strikeout. And this will bring up Alyssa Dudley, the third baseman, and the cleanup hitter. She wears number 88.
Unique number.
Right.
On the back.
She is the third baseman, not the tight end. There probably may be some reasons for choosing that number. And she fouls out of play to the right for strike 1.
Yeah, we had quite a void last week, Pete Wilson, as we obviously didn't do any games in Myrtle Beach, had the week off, but we are back at it this week, 3 nights in a row.
Pitch right to Lily Eberts. She's going to take the long throw over to first base, a little low, but Aaliyah Barnett goes down and scoops it up for the out. So shortstop to first base to the third out on the ground out. 4 Cavaliers in the first inning, no runs, 1 hit, no Jackson errors, 1 runner left on base. We've played a half inning. It's the Lady Cavaliers 0, the Jackson Iron Ladies coming to bat. You are watching and listening to the Jackson Iron Ladies softball on the Total Media YouTube channel.
Edge Event Center. Start planning your event today.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Chad Niddle and Edward Jones are a proud sponsor of Jackson Ironman Baseball. Give us a call at 740-286-4872 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
Bottom half of inning number 1 now here at Jackson High School softball field. Jackson will get its first turn at bat against an excellent pitcher on the Chillicothe, in the squared circle for Chillicothe. That is, of course, C.J. Pittenger for the Iron Ladies. Familiar lineup that she will face. Bren Denny leads off in center field. Maddie Wright, the catcher, bats second. Lily Eberts bats third at shortstop. If anything happens, K.J. Worsham is in the cleanup spot at third base.
Senior Brendeni leads off the game. Listen to these gaudy stats, Pete Wilson, and some of our players have stats that are unbelievable. She is batting .377 on the season. She has scored 23 runs, has 23 hits, 12 RBIs, but 5 big doubles and 4 home runs as a leadoff hitter.
That's outstanding. You see why she's in the leadoff spot. Bryn acted like she was going to put down a bunt and took a fastball for a strike. She is capable of bunt, capable of a home run. We saw one the other night.
Oh, absolutely. And also, the
swing and a miss.
Iron Ladies love to steal bases. She has 14 stolen bases on the season to go with all those power numbers and average.
Count to Bryn is 0-2. C.J. Pittenger jumping ahead in the count here against the Jackson leadoff hitter. And that is hit almost just in front of us here in foul territory. Almost hits one of the spectators there in the folding chair. Bryn, by the way, what a weekend for her. Friday at Myrtle Beach, Dan, driving back real late, got home, I understand, at 4 a.m., and then had to get up early and be in the Wellston Sports Parade because she is one of the attendants for the Wellston and Ohilco Festival.
She has quite the resume, doesn't she?
And you know what? She didn't, no excuses. She was there.
And one of our many award-winning cheerleaders.
The count to Bryn is 1-2.
Bryn is going to go to Rio Grande, as they announced in the pregame honors there, but she's going to be a cheerleader at Rio Grande. There's a foul ball down the left side. Go ahead, Pete.
Bryn got around on that one, but hit it foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like Pittenger, as you might guess, being an excellent pitcher, can bring it. Appears to have good control. Every pitch has been in or near the strike zone. I noticed in the pregame where all the seniors were honored or recognized, including the 2 Chillicothe seniors, both of these teams, a lot of underclassmen.
Yes.
So they'll have maybe something to say in the next year or two about the FAC championship. Swing and a miss on an inside fastball, and Pittenger starts off her job on the mound well by striking out the Jackson leadoff hitter.
Good fastball right on the inside part of the plate, a tough pitch to handle.
Right, in on the hands a little bit, and with 2 strikes, you're probably going to protect the plate. Here's Maddie Wright, the catcher. Number 12. Pitch is on that inside edge again for a strike.
Maddie's in that Ted Williams range, batting .417 on the season. 25 runs, 25 hits, 21 RBIs, but she has 9 doubles, leads the team in doubles.
Swing and a miss on another fastball. Pittenger definitely bringing the gas here in the first inning.
Now here's a stat for you, Pete. Leads the team with 9 doubles, leads the team with 5 triples.
Okay, indicates some power and maybe some running speed, both.
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss. She might have swung at ball 1 a little high and inside, but protecting the plate. And Pittenger has struck out the first 2 Jackson hitters, and as Dan related with the stats, they can hit. Here's Lily Eberts, the shortstop. She'll see what she can do against Pittenger.
Batting .448 on the season. She's an all-FAC player from last year. Headed that direction again this year.
That pitch was a little bit high, ball one. Pitcher working quickly. That ball is fouled behind us. She was behind it, but did get the bat on it, and that's down in the woods. Who's going to go get that one?
Patrick Armstrong usually works his way to try to get those to get
Good
over
man.
the back fence here. Yes.
1 ball and 1 strike. At least the softballs, by the way, they're green. They are easier to see that way.
Yes.
Here is your 1-1 pitch. And that was inside, but it's popped up to the shortstop. Shortstop ranging back and got it. So an easy first inning through C.J. Pittenger. Jackson goes up 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Couple of goose eggs on the scoreboard after the first inning. This is Jackson Iron Ladies Softball on the Total Media YouTube channel.
One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools. Athletic events, concerts, and plays. You can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement that we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. Ohio Valley Bank. Community first. Member FDIC.
Home. It's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Jackson County Banking Center wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. Jackson County Banking Center, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
All right, we're back here for inning number 2. Both teams went down without a run in the first inning. The Cavaliers did get a line drive single, but she was stranded at first base. And here to start the second inning, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Lady Cavaliers: Izzy Whitty, Bry Cousins, and Sydney Wade. By the way, little local connection, kinda anyway. Coach Morgan for Chillicothe is the wife of Aaron Morgan. Some folks here in the Jackson area remember Aaron Morgan. He was the patrol post commander out at the Jackson Post for a number of years, and not too long ago was transferred to Chillicothe. That'll cut down on the mileage for him going to work. His wife, who is the coach, played softball in her high school days, maybe college. I didn't ask that question. First pitch to Izzy Whitty is down low for ball 1.
Both outstanding pitchers in the FAC got through the first inning fairly smoothly. I will say that they did get one hit off Serenity. Good line drive to left field, but the other 3 outs she got easily.
Count is 1 ball and 1 strike.
0-0, top of the second. 2 good pitchers. This might be a quick ball game, Pete.
Pitch is a little bit low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Serenity looks in. 2-1 pitch. Foul back at the screen. Count squares now at 2-2. I presume that Vivian Morgan, the shortstop, is the daughter of Aaron Morgan and the Chillicothe coach. And there's a line drive just foul down the first baseline. That would have been trouble if it was about a foot to the left.
Could be a little bit of a challenging night for our right fielder. Lauren Walburn is there now. She does have sunglasses on. Right. Sun is out tonight.
Well, the field,
pretty clear sky.
Yep. And there's a line drive by Elia Barnett. She stuck her glove out there, but it was hit by her glove and into right field for a single. Yeah, the layout of the field, Dan, is just directionally the same as Haller Field, just down the hill. So you know that the Sun Field out in right field, I guess, could be hazardous to the right fielder.
It certainly can be. I talked to Lauren about that one of the evenings, and She said it's challenging at times. I asked her once why she wasn't wearing a hat, but she does have sunglasses on.
Bry Cousins is the first baseman. Chillicothe's got the leadoff runner on. Pitch a little bit high, I guess. Ball one.
Cousins, the first baseman, and a runner on first base.
Called. Strike over the outside corner.
One thing we have seen Serenity in the games we've done is she normally gets better as the game goes on.
Right. Of course, you know, the way it normally works, you know, because underarm delivery, it really doesn't put the strain on the arm. You can pitch every game. That pitch is low and away for ball two.
Good job there by Maddie Wright to keep that in front of her. Maddie, outstanding arm from behind the plate.
Whereas in baseball, of course, you're on a pitch count or an inning count, or you're restricted on the number of pitchers. Swing and a miss, strike two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You can see it would be hard to come up, other than football quarterback, maybe a position in sports more important than a softball pitcher. Probably the quarterback doesn't measure up to a softball pitcher as far as the control of the game. That pitch doesn't miss by much, but is called ball.
Close, very close.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor walks to the back of the circle, steps back on the rubber, delivering an important 3-2 pitch. Nobody out. The first runner got on with a single, and that is fouled away to the right side, and Cousins is able to ruin what looked to be a good pitch. Three-two pitch ready to come again. Did she swing or not? I guess she. Well, what's going on here?
I think it was a called strike.
Okay, well,
she's not walking to first, and the first base runner is staying there. Boy, umpire didn't give us a very good signal on that one, Pete, and it was close.
I thought she swung anyway, but it wasn't. She wasn't rung up for the swing, and I didn't see a strike sign. But anyway, that is a big out nonetheless.
Very big out. Get that first out, because leadoff hitter on, that's always a tough situation and an opportunity, but 1 out now.
Yeah, so we don't know for sure whether that's a strikeout or a call out. It adds up to the same thing. Sydney Wade now, the right fielder, is up with 1 out. Woody out there at first base after the line drive single to right. That pitch is a strike call.
Gets ahead of this batter with the 0-2 count.
Swing and a miss, could not catch up to that, and Taylor now has struck out 2 in a row, and still the runner out there at first base, Izzy Whitty. Here is Josie Huddleston coming up. She is the second baseman.
Can't read your own writing, can you?
You called it, buddy. You called it. I can see now that's what it is.
Okay.
Now, you know, I didn't get the lineup till about 10 minutes before, so we had to scurry a little bit.
We were hustling a little bit.
A lot of thought put into that lineup.
And our crew here did a great job getting us set up, too.
Well, they always do. They always do. We get so many good comments about the stream, the quality of the video. And, you know, we got a monitor here. We can even look that way and see it a little bit ourselves. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Taylor meaning business here in the second inning after giving up a leadoff single. Pitch is not too far off the plate, but is called ball 1 to Josie Huddleston, the second baseman.
Serenity came with that fastball just on the outside of the plate. Still ahead in the count.
Just did get a piece of that, fouled it back to the screen. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Can you believe, Dan? Thursday is May.
Yes, it is.
Amazing. Swing and a miss. Boy, that was a beautiful pitch. She took something off that, fooled her with the motion and the speed of the pitch, and that is, she struck out the side after giving up the single, did Serenity Taylor. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After an inning and a half of softball, it's the Jackson Iron Ladies 0 and the Chillicothe Lady Cavaliers 0. You are listening and watching to Jackson Iron Ladies Softball on the Total Media YouTube channel.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Is Ralph there?
You sure you've got the right number?
Is he there?
Well, what's he look like?
He's got white hair and spots.
Is Ralph your dog?
He's a Dalmatian.
Why would he be here at Osborne Equipment Service?
You always say you have something for everyone.
We do, with service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs, and we're family owned and operated. Maybe you should look in your backyard for Ralph.
I'll just call his cell phone.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Is Ralph there?
You sure you've got the right number?
Is he there?
Well, what's he look like?
Been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
And we're back here for the bottom of the second inning. We've had two pitches to KJ Worsham. One was a ball and one was a foul back our direction. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. In the first inning, of course, CJ Pittenger put down the Jackson Iron Ladies 1-2-3 and had 2 strikeouts. We'll see how KJ fares with her. She is Jackson's cleanup hitter, and she hits another one just about.
They're taking shots at us, Pete.
Just about 10 feet away here. We didn't move. We knew what was going on there. Of course, there are no souvenirs now. I'm telling you, if you're out there,
They go back inside the fence.
absolutely. And so,
Shout out to our sponsors. We're going to shoot a few of those out there. Howard Hanna, the McNerlin Network, Chad Niddle of Edward Jones. Go ahead, Pete.
they take a called first strike. This KJ Worsham. She didn't swing, and it must have been called a strike. So that's 3 strikeouts out of 4 batters now for Pittenger.
High Valley Bank, Brian Moore Construction, Dan Daly, State Farm Insurance, Monroe Collision, Osborne Equipment, Ramey's Homes and Automotive Group, Vinton County National Bank, Jackson County Banking Center, JCHD Search, Ohio Valley Bank, Top Tier Customs, Stockroom, as we've mentioned, Parks Edge, and the Telegram. You know anything about the Telegram, Pete?
It's good folks. They sponsor softball and baseball. That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
As far as I know. And that pitch is a little bit high for ball 1. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Lexi Perry, one of the youngsters on the Jackson lineup. She is the designated player, which means she is, in baseball parlance, the designated hitter for Serenity Taylor, the pitcher.
Lexi, a freshman, having an outstanding season.
And that is fair, just inside the bag at third. And Lexi has Jackson's first hit. She scorched one right down the line. Chillicothe just missed a hit. Lexi just edged getting one in there.
Lexi is batting .390 on the season, and she has 7 doubles for the Iron Ladies this year. Doing a great job, and she gets the first hit for Jackson.
Here's another one of Jackson's talented freshmen. She started all year, Izzy Swisher, the second baseman.
Here, how about these numbers, Pete Wilson? .508 hitting average, 32 runs scored, 31 hits, 30 RBIs, most on the team. She has 1 double, 3 triples, but she leads the Iron Ladies with 6 home runs. But here's the stat of all of them, 21 stolen bases. You get Izzy on base, she is just about ready to run at any given moment.
Okay, well, and that's a deep fly to left field. I believe it's going to fall foul. It does. Well, I tell you what, if I didn't know that was Izzy Switcher, I'd say that's Ellie De La Cruz.
Those are not
It's a combination of power and speed.
Well, how about this? She's batting over 200 points more than Ella Deli Cruz is at the moment.
Okay, well, she is just a freshman, folks.
Yes.
Just a freshman.
Yes.
And if you would look at her, you wouldn't think she's a home run hitter. Slightly built, not tall, but she packs a punch when she swings.
Yes, she does.
Just a good athlete, I'm sure.
Well, Fields a very good second base also.
The count to Izzy is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
What a luxury to have those kind of hitting numbers at the 6th spot in your order.
And she fouls one, and I think Patrick Armstrong's going to go down in the woods again.
He's laughing. They're giving him a workout tonight.
Someone's going to have to check him for ticks. Because we do have, I'm getting a little news here. There's 3 reported cases of Lyme disease in Jackson County.
Well, you're Mr. News.
Right. And there's a ground ball to second baseman. Is it going to be 2? She bobbles it, gets it over to second. Safe! Oh, man, close. That's going to have to go down as an error on the shortstop. I thought maybe a double play ball, but she bobbled it, and that was just enough time for a hustling Lexi Perry to be safe at second base. On with an error and a fielder's choice is Izzy Switcher, and Jackson maybe has something going here.
And if you looked at it close, she got the throw over to the second base person, but she didn't hold on to the ball cleanly also. So,
I didn't notice that part.
Yes.
I thought the ball.
So she was safe all the way around. Good hustle there by Lexi Perry getting down to second base. Izzy on first.
And Brinley Smalley is going to come to bat in Ella Armstrong's spot, I believe. This is the 7th spot. And Brinley, another freshman.
Yes.
Number 10.
2 on, 1 out, and an opportunity here for the freshman.
Well, Brinley's had some opportunities coming off the bench, fielding and as a pinch hitter.
Getting more and more opportunities. She's batting .286 on the season, but she has scored 6 times, has 8 hits, 4 RBIs for the season for a freshman. Pete, 3rd straight freshman in a row to bat for the Iron Ladies.
And that pitch nearly hit her inside ball 1.
That tells you a little bit about the youth on this softball team.
And the third baseman could almost reach out and touch Brinley Smalley as she is expecting to bunt. Maybe that's why they think Smalley is going to do, and that's why she's in there, her bunting prowess. But she shows no sign of bunting and swings through the pitch for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. No sign that she was bunting.
Third baseman not backing up yet.
She doesn't believe it. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Could not catch up to that. 2 scorching fastballs.
That'll allow the third base person to back up a little bit closer to the bag, level with the bag. They could almost have shook hands there on the first 2 pitches.
So Brinley down 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 teammates aboard, second and first, 1 out. Pitches hit in the air to the second baseman. She's got it. I'm sure they probably called the infield fly rule. Everybody gets back. Easy pop up to the second baseman. Brinley got her bat on it, but it was a pop out for out number 2. Lauren Walburn, the right fielder, comes up.
.393 average for Lauren, the sophomore. And an opportunity here with 2 on.
Pitch is high. It was fast, but it was also high and a little inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Another one about shoulder high. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Runs are going to be precious tonight, aren't they, Pete?
Absolutely.
You can see it.
Absolutely.
You can feel it.
Absolutely. On many of the pitches, Pittenger just ahead of the Jackson hitters. And Lauren times her up and does get her bat on it. Fouls it into the screen for strike 2. Pittenger has speed, but I've also been impressed by the fact about every pitch right around the plate. She doesn't mess around, comes right at you. 1-2 pitch coming. High and inside, ball 2. When she misses, she tends to be high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to maybe get a little bit extra on it and get through the second inning in this threat for the Iron Ladies. Just got a piece of it again. Hanging in there is Lauren Walburn.
Speaking of the Reds, 3 in a row, Pistol.
That's right. Out at Colorado, played very well. I tell you what, I don't want to have rose-colored glasses on, but this team has potential. They've got to prove what they can do consistently, but I believe that they have the stuff to contend in that Central Division.
Ooh,
just got a.
Well, Lauren is hanging in there tough.
She is. She's timing her up a little bit on those fastballs. That's all that we're seeing from Pittenger right now. Pittenger takes her cap off, gathers herself as she tries to figure out a way to dispose of the pesky Lauren Walburn.
Nice to have Reds on radio, too, through Total Media. We certainly appreciate that.
Swing and a miss, and Pittenger finally wins the battle with a letter-high fastball. So in the inning for the Iron Ladies, no runs, 1 hit. There was 1 Chillicothe error, 2 runners left out there for Jackson. In the middle, rather after 2 full innings of play, it's the Jackson Iron Ladies nothing, the Chillicothe Lady Cavaliers nothing. This is Jackson Iron Ladies softball on the Total Media YouTube channel.
Spring is in the air, and the McNerland Network team at Howard Hanna is proud to sponsor Herds of Hope and their annual Spring Vendor Fair. Join us April 5th at Christchurch in Jackson, where you can shop, support local vendors, and even sign up to be one yourself. Visit the McNerland Network team's Facebook page or Herds of Hopes to sign up, or call us at 702-6000. Have the link emailed to you. Plus, don't miss out on the Egg My Yard event. Let Herds of Hope's royalty help you hide eggs for your little ones. At Howard Hanna, we don't just sell homes, we invest in our community. Green and gold means sold. Call 702-6000 or stop by the McNerland Network team at 135 East Huron Street in Jackson for more details. See you at the Spring Vendor Fair, and don't forget to egg my yard.
Our family works hard so we can serve your family. That's the motto at Ramey's Used Cars, which is located 7 miles west of MacArthur on US Route 50 next to Ramey's Homes. Ramey's has been providing quality pre-owned vehicles since 1970, and Ramey's also has a high-quality parts department. Give Ramey's Automotive a call today at 596-4694, and don't forget to check out John's weekly specials. Just look for the signs and the vehicles in the front of the lot.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
Top of the 3rd inning here at Jackson Iron Ladies softball field. Beautiful night for softball, and what a ball game we have. A pitcher's duel through the first 2 innings. It is 0-0. Jackson has got their first hit. Lexi Perry got that in the 2nd inning, and Chillicothe has 2 singles. They've all been singles, but when you have C.J. Pittenger and Serenity Taylor on the mound, like we mentioned, runs are going to be precious tonight. Serenity's first pitch is a ball. Danica Simpson, she is the designated player, so the DH is what I like to think of her as, hitting in the 9th spot. There's a foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Serenity has given up a single in each the first and then the 2nd, but already has 4 strikeouts as she gave up a single in the 2nd inning and then strikes out the side. Very Serenity Taylor-like. Ooh, that pitch is fastball right on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to shortstop. The throw over to first base. Lily Eberts fields it cleanly, throws over to Elia Barnett. And the Iron Ladies have the first out of this inning. We'll be back at the top of the order. That brings back our pitcher, C.J. Pittenger, for Chillicothe. Two outstanding fielders involved in that play. Pete Wilson defensively for Jackson. Lily Ebert's only a sophomore, but already was all-league her freshman year. That pitch is obviously a strike right down the middle. C.J. Pittenger been pretty close to hitless, Pete. We have the one single by Lexi Perry. We did get Izzy Swisher on with an error, but she has 4 strikeouts in the contest also. There's a ground ball right to K.J. Washam. She has the easy throw over to first base and 2 quick outs. KJ was in there tight. Those come at you pretty quick, but Sheffield made that one look easy. Second hitter is Vivian Morgan, the shortstop. She has one of the 2 hits for Chillicothe. Line drive to left field. There is a foul ball. Back to the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Serenity coming to the mound. That pitch is high. Eye level. 1 ball, 1 strike. 0-0. Big FAC contest tonight. Jackson versus Chillicothe. Both teams 6-2 within the league. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, this is got a good setup here, Dan. We're up on the hill a little bit, but we've got a straight-on view of home plate. And I tell you what, from this view, so nice to look over that fence and see Alumni Stadium over there. It's such a beautiful facility.
Oh, there's a shot to left field, deep back, and it is over the left field fence. That is a home run. Vivian Morgan had the 1 single coming into it. Boy, she has got her hands up. Chillicothe is meeting her at home plate, and Chillicothe takes the 1-0 lead. She turned on that one, Pete Wilson, and that one headed out to the parking lot.
I tell you what, the players, baseball, softball, get excited when there's a home run. And you know what? Mom, the head coach down there at third base, was just as excited. I was watching her as that ball went over the fence.
Big time hit right when it felt like Serenity was in control. Vivian Morgan 2 for 2 on the evening. And the home run gives Chillicothe the 1-0 lead. Third hitter, Caddy Butenhouse, the center fielder. She struck out the first time up, Pete.
Right, and no doubter, Dan, over the left field fence. Plenty of room did it clear there.
Vivian Morgan out here in the crowd now. I'm going to guess giving a hug to a family member. She's still celebrating. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Katie. Katie, would you call her Katie?
Caddy? I did not get a pronunciation key with this lineup, but my guess would be Caddy.
There's a ground ball hit to KJ Washam. Her throw across the diamond is in time and gets the 3rd out of the inning, but not until Vivian Morgan with the 1 hit or the 2-out home run over left field fence gives Chillicothe the 1-0 lead. We'll be right back in just a moment. Please listen to our sponsors.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Vinton County National Bank wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
The center fielder. Back, here we go. Bottom of the 3rd inning, and boy, there was some action in the top of the 3rd. Pete Wilson, it was a 0-0 game, and then Vivian Morgan sends one deep over the left field fence. Iron Ladies now batting in the bottom of the 3rd. Leah Barnett is up to the plate. junior that was voted one of our captains, batting .282 on the season, 18 RBIs. That's a big total there at the number 8 position in the order. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count quickly. The 0-2. Swing, I think it was foul tip, but the catcher caught it, so it goes down as a strikeout. 1 out for our Iron Ladies, and we're up to the top of the order again. Bryn Denny, senior, she struck out her first time up.
Well, we have 7 outs so far recorded by Pittenger, and 5 of them by strikeout.
Third baseman way in again, thinking you might see a bunt attempt, and boy, Bryn is swinging at it. That's a swing and a miss. Would you want to be the third baseman when she swings it? She, you know, we know Bryn can hit with power too.
Well, she didn't show any shine once again of bunting there.
None whatsoever. Third baseman still in close. That pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Iron Ladies find themselves down by a score of 1-0 here in the bottom of the third.
The defensive alignment, it's kind of a cat and mouse game. It's almost like you're saying, we don't want you to bunt, and then you're thinking it might be better to swing away with the third baseman out of position.
Another swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bryn steps back into the box and the pitch. And that's going to be a called strike, and that was a tough pitch to hit. Right, it looked like it was right in on her elbow, and the called third strike is the second out of the inning for our Iron Ladies. That'll bring up Maddie Wright. Maddie struck out her first time up, our catcher. She's a junior. Two outs, nobody on. There's a pop-up in the infield. Second baseman drifts back and will make the catch, and it's 1-2-3. Ironmen go out in the bottom of the third. So after 3 innings, it is your Jackson Iron Ladies 0, Chillicothe 1. We'll be back with the 4th inning in just 1 minute.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Chad Niddle and Edward Jones are a proud sponsor of Jackson Ironman Baseball. Give us a call at 740-286-4872 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
Been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
Top of the 4th inning, moving quickly because it is Chillicothe 1, Jackson 0. 2 excellent pitchers on the mound tonight. Difference in this game is a Vivian Morgan home run over left field. Jackson needs to keep Chillicothe right here and somehow find a way to get some hits, base runners, and things going against C.J. Pittenger, who has been outstanding up to this point in the game.
Pitch excellent. Six strikeouts for Pittenger. All has given up only 1 hit. Chillicothe has 3 hits, but of course, the big blast that shot over the left field fence by the coach's daughter, Vivian Morgan. She has 2 of her team's 3 hits.
Leading off for Chillicothe will be Alyssa Dudley. She's the third baseman, grounded out her first time up. Serenity Taylor has been outstanding also. She'd probably like to have 1 pitch back. Pete Wilson, besides that, she's been flawless.
Another good outing so far against one of the better teams in the area, not to mention the Frontier Athletic Conference.
There's a fly ball to left field, and Ella Armstrong does a nice job, gets a good jump on it, running forward, makes the catch, 1 out. Izzy Whitty, the left fielder, will be up. She does have a hit in this contest. Hits have been far and few. She had a single in the second inning.
I believe she hit kind of a line drive just by the first baseman.
She did.
She was stranded there because Serenity Taylor then struck out the side to remove any danger.
There's a foul ball back. Elia Barnett up close at first base. KJ Worsham in fairly tight at third. 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Quick moving softball game. Foul tipped, but into the glove of Maddie Wright. Strike 2, 0-2 the count. Izzy Whitty, the left fielder, the 0-2 coming her way, and that's fouled back.
Well, they're after Patrick Armstrong
Yes,
again over
they
there.
are. He almost made a catch on that one.
Somebody probably had a chance.
Handful of Armstrongs up there.
Good supporters of Ella.
Yes, they are. Great young lady from a great family, no doubt about it. There's a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, they read advice from each of the senior players. Ella had some very sage advice. Don't let your mistakes get you down. Just come back and be better and treat people the way you want to be treated. So simple, but so true.
Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout for Izzy. Izzy strikes out. Serenity gets her 5th strikeout in the contest. Gets 2 outs quickly here in the top of the 4th inning. Bree Cousins, the first baseman up. She struck out her first time up. First pitch is high. Ball 1. There's a ground ball. It's foul down the third base line. Serenity quickly gets a strike on her. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Neither pitchers had to throw a lot of pitches either. No walks in the contest. That's just outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chillicothe 1, Jackson 0. There's a pitch on the inside, but that is called a strike. Be a tough one to hit, Pete.
That was in on her fists. If she hit it, it wouldn't have gone very far.
No. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch to Bree Cousins is a ground ball to second base. Izzy fields it easily. The throw over to first, and it's a quick 1-2-3 for Serenity. So after 4.5 innings, it is Jackson Iron Ladies 0, Chillicothe 1. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom prices. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built to manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
Brian Moore Construction specializes in turnkey construction, room additions, kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone and acrylic roof coverings. Brian Moore Construction delivers quality craftsmanship on time, on budget, and according to specifications. Choose Brian Moore Construction for your next build, remodel, or roofing project. Call today for a free estimate. 740-418-6140.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
Well, we got 3, 4, 5 coming up.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Lily Eberts will lead it off for our Iron Ladies, and Pete Wilson put the pressure on me. I need to get us a run before I turn it back over to you.
You were calling it when they hit the home run, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just checking.
Sophomore Lily Eberts, outstanding shortstop for the Iron Ladies. Great season this season once again, coming into tonight's contest. Lily is batting .448, and there's a shot right up the middle, and Lily comes through with a single, and it goes all the way to the fence. She's going to turn it. Let's see if she can get there. She dives in head first and is safe with a double.
Big start to the Iron Ladies right there, and she was determined to try to get the double. Remember, this is softball. The fence is not as far back as in baseball. And so if there was going to be a play on her at second base, the ball got there, but it was a little low. She slid and was safe in there. So big, big hit by Lily Eberts to start the fourth inning as Jackson is down by 1 run.
That's her 6th double on the season. It was hit up the middle, but hit so hard, third base or center fielder playing her a little bit at left center. There's a ball off the glove of the catcher. Lily will walk down to third base. So a wild pitch. Would you call wild pitch or pass ball?
I think I'll call it a pass ball. It was high.
Oh, wait a second. They're sending her. Nope. Oh, I thought she dropped something. Good. She gets to stay on third.
Right. Now Jackson don't have to worry about bunting or anything to get that runner over at third. She's served up there just 60 feet away.
KJ Washam at the plate, batting over .500 on the season.
Took a called for strike the first time, but she's had a chance to see the deliveries of C.J. Pittenger.
She ties for the lead for the Iron Ladies with 31 hits this season. There's a pitch, a bunt attempt still. It's going to go foul.
And Jackson, so far in a couple of bunting possibilities or situations, did not bunt, and there they do with a runner at third. Looks like it was going to be a safety squeeze. I didn't see the runner. Well, you're not allowed to run until the ball.
No, but I think if they throw to first and try to get KJ out, then you're going to see Lily head for home.
That's probably how it would have worked.
1 ball, 1 strike. KJ Washam at the plate, showing bunt again, and she gets the bunt down right to the pitcher. Pitcher looks over, throws to first. Here comes Lily, and she slides in head first for the second time and scores a very big run. KJ gets the bunt down. Pitcher looks Lily for a second, then throws over to first. There goes Lily. She's heading to home plate. She dives face first and gets there and ties this game at 1-1.
No sure thing because she could not run until the throw was made to first. But she showed good speed coming to the mound, slid, hands first, and the throw from the first baseman was a little high. The pitcher, C.J. Pittenger, a little slow on the delivery down there to first base, and that's just all the daylight that Lily Eberts made.
Eberts with the big double and makes it work with good base running around the bases. Nice job there by the sophomore. Their first pitch is to Lexi Perry. She is 1 for 1 in the contest, has had a hit in the second inning. The first pitch is a ball.
Probably if the pitcher would have looked the third first, maybe they could have recorded the out and the run would not have scored.
Foul ball back over the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lexi. Lexi, as we mentioned, a back-to-back freshman in the lineup here, and Lexi is batting nearly .400. She'd be very close to .400. She was .390 and is 1 for 1 today. Only a freshman. A pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody on, 1 out. Iron Ladies just tied this contest up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That pitch Backs her off, a little inside, 3 balls, 1 strike.
I believe that's the first 3-ball count that C.J. Pittenger's had.
Nobody's been close to walking either starting pitcher, which is C.J. Pittenger and Serenity Taylor tonight, but this is one of the closest. We've had a full count, I know. 3-1 to Lexi. And there's a hard hit to the shortstop. She doesn't field it cleanly, so Lexi will beat that out. She hit a rope at the shortstop. Official score, what do you call it?
I'm going to have to say it's an error because it was right in her glove. But, yeah, you are right. She hit it hard.
She did. It was right at the shortstop, who happens to be Vivian Morgan, who is 2 for 2 in the contest and one of the outstanding players for Chillicothe. Didn't field it cleanly. Lexi's on first base. And here comes Izzy Swisher, another freshman, got on by an error her first time up. Iron Ladies trying to keep this rally going. There's a swing and a miss. It's foul. Tip gets away from the catcher.
I believe it hit the catcher in a bad place. She wasn't able. It hit her on the arm, I think. She's trying to walk it off.
C.J. Pittenger walks all the way in, pats her on the back. No balls, 1 strike. Izzy Swisher, probably been as outstanding of a hitter as the Iron Ladies have had all season long, batting .508 on the season. She also had 31 hits on the season, as does KJ Worsham, leads the Iron Ladies in that category, but 6 home runs, and there is a foul ball back over the screen. 0-2 quickly to Izzy. Lexi Perry on first base, only 1 out still. 1 run already in for Jackson. Tied the score at 1-1. The 0-2 to Izzy. Swing and a miss.
Big out there for Pittenger.
Yes, it is. Coming up will be our other senior, Ella Armstrong, our left fielder. Made a good play in left field earlier in this contest. Gets her first time up today. Runner on first, 2 outs. And there is a ball hit over the shortstop's glove. It is a single for senior Ella Armstrong. Lexi Perry makes it to second base. Ella on first. There are 2 outs, but there are 2 on.
Well, suddenly here in the 4th inning, Iron Ladies have reached Pittenger for 3 hits after she was nearly unhittable the first 3 innings.
Or is it 2 hits in this inning?
That single for Armstrong.
You gave Lexi an error.
Oh, that's right. Two hits and a hard hit error. How's that?
And Lexi's hit was really hard hit. There's a pitch off the glove of the catcher. Both runners will advance. Pittenger not quite as much in control this inning as she was in the first 3.
Right, it's a different deal when you got runners on base.
2 runners in scoring position.
And, you know, you're threatening to lose the lead. A little bit more on your shoulders.
Right fielder Lauren Walburn at the plate. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 outs. 1-1 your score. The 1-1 pitch to Lauren. Let's see what they call it. It's called a strike on the outside edge of the plate. A little bit of a delayed call by the umpire. That's why we paused. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. 2 on. That's pitch is high. 2-2 the count. Lauren steps out, then steps back in the box. The 2-2 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. But the Iron Ladies come up with 2 hits here in the bottom of the 4th inning. One of those a double. They score the run to tie the score at 1-1. So after 4 complete innings, it is Jackson 1, Chillicothe 1. Stay tuned or stay with us. 5th inning starting in just 1 minute.
Brian Moore Construction specializes in turnkey construction, room additions, kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone and acrylic roof coverings. Brian Moore Construction delivers quality craftsmanship on time, on budget, and according to specifications. Choose Brian Moore Construction for your next build, remodel, or roofing project. Call today for a free estimate. 740-418-6140.
Parks Edge Event Center. Start planning your event today.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
Out there. We go to the top half of the 5th inning, and now we are all deadlocked. Thank you, Mr. Dan Morrow, for getting that run back.
I tried hard.
You did. So did the Iron Ladies. Some good base running, some timely hits in that inning, and
huge double by Lily Eberts, Pete Wilson, and then
Start
talk about
things off.
base running. She face first slides into second base to get the double, face first slides into home plate to get the run to tie it up.
Right, that was KJ Worsham who put down the bunt that allowed her, after the throw to first, to try to run. And that is a pop-up in the infield. Looks like the shortstop, Eberts, speaking of the devil, makes the play for out number 1, a pop-up. And Serenity Taylor has quietly now put down 5 in a row after the home run by Morgan. And this will bring up Josie Huddleston, the second baseman.
1-1 baseball game. Two of the top teams in the Frontier Athletic Conference head-to-head here. And they do it again tomorrow night. That's at Chillicothe.
Called a strike over the inside corner.
Be a tough one to hit there. That's almost a perfect pitch.
Taylor working quickly. Just did get a piece of an outside pitch that she changed speeds on. No balls and 2 strikes. Taylor jumps ahead of Huddleston. And the time called. Quick conference between Coach Morgan and the batter. Can't imagine what this is about with a 2-strike count. But getting some instruction. Let's see what happens. Maybe just encouragement. Base runners at a premium in this. Only 1 run for each team as we're already into the 5th inning in a quick moving game. Pitch is way high for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-1 score, 1 out, top of the 5th. Lady Cavs batting here at Jackson High School. Serenity Taylor, 4 1/3 innings. Giving up the home run to Vivian Morgan, and that's about it. Here's the pitch. And pitch is fouled. The Jackson infield was charging in a little bit, maybe expecting a bunt, which would be a little unusual with 2 strikes. But it's not against the law.
Well, base runners, as we said, have not come easy tonight. If you can manufacture a run, that could be the difference in this game.
Took something off of it.
Yes.
Called strike 3. She stood and watched that one. I think she was fooled by the speed of the pitch, and Serenity Taylor gets another strikeout. That is number 6, I believe, for her. Danica Simpson comes up, 2 men out. She is the number 9 hitter. She grounded out to Eberts back in the 3rd.
One pitcher with 8 strikeouts, the other pitcher with 6. You know, that's a pitcher's duo.
Swing and a miss once again, had the batter out in front.
This is their number 9 hitter in the order. You certainly want to get her out.
Not have to go back to the top of the order.
Yet.
Low and away, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Maddie Wright holds that ball right there. It was close to the plate. Wants the umpire to take a good look at it.
That's planting a seed in his head. Well, maybe I should have called that a strike.
Maybe.
1-1 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Taylor does seem, indeed, Dan, to be gaining confidence as this game goes on. Maybe, probably not confidence is a thing, but maybe just getting in sync with her stuff, because she's had plenty of experience even as still an underclassman as a junior. She's pitched some freshmen on. Oh, that looked good, and it's called strike three.
It was good.
In the inning for the Cavaliers, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. It was 1-2-3 for Taylor. We're in the middle of the fifth inning. It's the Lady Cavaliers of Chillicothe won, the Iron Ladies of Jackson won. You are watching and listening to Jackson Iron Ladies Softball on the Total Media YouTube channel.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom presses. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built to manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
Hurry down to Stillhouse Rock. Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
And we go to the top half of the, or rather the bottom half of the fifth inning. Iron Ladies come to bat in a 1-1 ball game, and as they try to break this deadlock, they'll start with Alea Barnett, the first baseman. Then we would go back up to the top of the order.
Actually, we're going to have a pitch hitter, Pete Wilson. Daisy Howard will step up to the plate for the Iron Ladies.
So Coach Brandon Stephen goes to the bench to try to get something going. Barnett did strike out the first time against Pittenger, but that's no shame. She struck out 8 already. And Daisy Howard laces it, but foul.
One of those freshmen for Jackson. How about our sponsors once again? Howard Hanna, the McNerlin Network, Chad Niddle, Edward Jones, Ohio Valley Bank, Brian Moore Construction.
The pinch hitter, Howard, swung at a pitch that was probably too high. Strike 2.
Dan Daly, State Farm Insurance, Monroe Collision, Osborne Equipment, Ramey Homes and Automotive Group, Fenton County National Bank, and the Jackson County Banking Center, JCHD Search, there's a foul ball, Ohio Valley Bank, Top Tier Customs, Stockroom 601, Parks Edge, and the Telegram.
Good folks, good folks.
Oh my, and they're the reason we're here.
That allows us to have fun calling these games, and we do. Pitch is high and away. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Daisy Howard. Freshman, Coach Brandon Stevens calling on a freshman to try to get a rally going in the bottom of the fifth in this 1-1 ball game. Well-pitched game by both pitchers, Serenity Taylor and C.J. Pittenger for the Cavs. And that's a line drive into right field, and that's going to split the outfielders. It bounces against the fence. Daisy Howard is going to go through 2. Ball is thrown in there, and the second baseman tried to do a scoop tag, unable to do so. And Daisy Howard, how about that? The freshman leads off the fifth inning with a lead-off double, and Jackson's got the go-ahead run sitting out there at second base with nobody out, and we're going to the top of the order.
Brandon Stevens with the right call gives Daisy an opportunity, and what's Daisy Howard do? Sends it to right center field fence. She's in there with a double. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. That will be Alea Barnett. She will pinch run at second base. And boy, Daisy gets a nice round of applause as she heads over to the dugout.
It's a good freshman class, isn't it?
Yes, it has a lot of potential.
Here's Bren Denny. She has struck out twice. Takes it a little bit high, ball 1. Let's see what she'll do. She has a reputation of being a very good bunter, and the third baseman, as she has both times so far, is halfway in towards home plate. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Denny has shown no sign of bunting in any of her at-bats so far.
Nope.
And now
I'll say both pitchers have made a living tonight on the inside part of the plate.
Third baseman back a step or 2, but still in. and just does get a piece of it as Denny swung mightily and got a piece of it. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I think that one fouled off the umpire's face mask.
She just wants to put the bat on the ball, but somehow if she could move the runner over any way possible, that would be big. With a couple good hitters coming up after her as well.
Maddie Wright on deck. Senior Bryn Denny, one with a runner in scoring position in a 1-1 game.
Pitch is high, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two the count to Denny. Runner at second, Aaliyah Barnett. And that is a deep fly, but foul. Denny got around on that one.
I think that would have been far enough, but it is foul. That would have covered the left field fence.
Good swing just out in front.
Yep.
Iron Ladies definitely getting better swings against C.J. Pittenger here the second and third time through the order.
Oh, good fastball, though.
Good fastball. So Pittenger comes back and strikes out Denny for the third time, and that is out number 1. Maddie Wright is struck out and popped up to the second baseman, 0 for 2. Aaliyah Barnett out there at second after the leadoff double by the pinch hitter, Daisy Howard. That pitch was inside, but she swings at it anyway and fouls it down towards the third base coach. Is that Rob Kuhn or Brandon Stevens down there?
It's Rob Kuhn.
Rob Kuhn.
Coach Kuhn.
Okay, Coach Kuhn.
Maddie leads the team in doubles and triples this season, batting over 400. Opportunity here.
Took something off that one. It was down low. The catcher successfully blocked it, though, and so no advance by the runner. 1 ball and 1 strike. That is popped up. I believe it's going to go.
They're going to have a play on it.
Oh, nice play there by the third baseman over there. I thought that might get out of play, but it just didn't, so that was fortuitous for the Cavaliers. Instead of a foul ball, it's out number 2. Here is Lily Eberts now. She doubled, of course, and scored the tying run back in the 4th, and she's up here in another big situation. After the leadoff double, Pittenger has come back to retire the next 2 Iron Ladies. And that is a ground ball off the pitcher's glove. Second baseman's got it, throws over to first. That's not in time.
No way.
Not in time. And so Eberts is on with on an error by the pitcher. Over to third goes Aaliyah Barnett. Not hit very hard, but the pitcher had to move just a little bit, put the glove down there. It went off her glove, and that's all that Lily Eberts needed as far as being able to run that one out for a safety. KJ Worsham comes. Is it not going to be KJ Worsham?
It's not going to be, but Pete, number 15 is Abby Barnett is going to get an opportunity here.
Now this is with 2 outs, so you got to figure that there's no bunt on or anything.
Abby is one more of those freshmen.
There are runners on the corners.
Coach Stevens sent up a freshman to start this inning, and that led off as a double by Daisy Howard. And now Iron Ladies on the corners with 2 outs have an opportunity to take the lead.
There's the pitch, swing and a miss. There's strike number 1.
Easily, we have Lily Eberts gets down to second base as they just throw it back to the pitcher.
Didn't want a chance a throw down there. Lily very alertly took the base they were allowed to give. That pitch is high and inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think she just saw nobody actually was standing on second base, so she was able to almost jog down there to get 2 runners in scoring position.
It really puts pressure on the defense when there's runners on base. They're moving around. That's low and inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
First base is open.
Lexi Perry, who's had a good game, is on deck, hoping to get a chance herself here in the bottom half of the 5th. Runners on second and third, 1-1 ball game. Ball low, ball 3. It gets away from the catcher, and here comes the runner with the second run. In to score is Lily Ebert. She scored both of the runs for the Iron Ladies over to third. I mean, that was Huddleston that scored. I'm sorry, Lily Eberts is at third now, and so Jackson goes up 2-1, and I'm gonna call that a wild pitch. It hit the catcher had a chance for it, but it was low and inside, and Aaliyah Barnett alertly scored without a throw. Lily Eberts goes down to third.
Actually, yeah, it's 3-1 now. It's the pitch got away. I think some thought it was a walk for Abby Barnett, but it's still a 3-1 count. Runner still on third base. Big run in on the, what'd you call it, a wild pitch?
I'm calling that a wild pitch. We show the video later and then disprove
Catcher
me.
got glove on it, but it was very hard. It was kind of out of the zone there, so.
Yeah, it was a little low and inside.
The big thing is the Iron Ladies got the second run, and that is a run to take the lead. Abby Barnett still at the plate. 2 outs, 3-1 the count to her. And Lily Eberts standing there on third base.
Count is 3-1 on Barnett. We're ready to go again. Called strike 2. Looked like a good pitch there from Pittenger. She needed a strike. She got one. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
She's been a little bit wild, so that could have been a take anyway, just to make her throw a strike. Now we got a full count.
Swing and a miss. Overpowered her on that. So Iron Ladies, though, do take the lead in the inning. There was 1 run. 1 run on 1 base hit. There was 1 Chillicothe error. There was 1 runner left on base. At the end of 5 innings of play, the Jackson Iron Ladies have taken the lead, folks. It's the Iron Ladies 2, the Chillicothe Lady Cavaliers 1. This is Jackson Iron Ladies Baseball on the Total Media YouTube channel.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Is Ralph there?
You sure you've got the right number?
Is he there?
Well, what's he look like?
He's got white hair and spots.
Is Ralph your dog?
He's a Dalmatian.
Why would he be here at Osborne Equipment Service?
You always say you have something for everyone.
We do, with service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs, and we're family owned and operated. Maybe you should look in your backyard for Ralph.
I'll just call his cell phone.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
And we go to the top half of the 6th inning now. Jackson, 2 innings to go if we stay in regulation. And after seeing Chillicothe score the first run on that long home run by Vivian Morgan, Jackson has come back with single runs in the last 2 innings, the 4th and the 5th, and they now lead 2-1. It'll be up to Serenity Taylor and the defense to hold him. Serenity has been very stable, gave up that home run, but otherwise has just given up a total of 3 base hits. The defense behind her has been excellent, no errors at all.
Back-to-back innings, the Iron Ladies have led off with a double Pete Wilson, and they've been somehow able to manage to get the runner around and to score to take a 2-1 lead.
Big inning. Not only is it 1 run, they're all big, but it is the top of the order to the Lady Cavs, so they certainly don't want to wait around here with the top of the order up and not get something going now, at least tie the score.
We talk about the youth. Lily Eberts leads off the not the last inning, but the 4th inning with a double. And then freshman Daisy Howard gets a huge double to lead off the 5th inning, and the Iron Ladies get them both around to score. Wow, 2-1 in a dandy here. Two teams with excellent records. 13-4 is Chillicothe. Jackson coming in with that 15-3 record. And you have Serenity Taylor. Don't want to put a lot on her right now, but she's 6 outs away from a victory. And she has gotten 7 straight Chillicothe Cavalier players out to this point.
C.J. Pittenger will start her off. As we said, the top of the order. C.J. has grounded out to the first baseman and grounded out to the third baseman.
Umpires still over there in the Jackson, right in front of the Jackson dugout, still going over.
Well, there was, pinch hitters and everything
Lots of
going
pinch hitters going on.
So, you have to make account for where the players are going afterwards, whether they're staying in or the person in the batting order who was replaced is going back, which is often the case. Serenity Taylor has only given up the 1 run, has put down 7 in a row. Swing and a miss, or was it a foul tig? Must have been a foul tig.
Foul tig. Serenity fielded it quickly because it came out in front of the plate, but just a strike.
Taylor steps back on the rubber. There's the pitch. Took something off of it, ball 1. The way the sun is now, I don't know whether this matters so much in softball. The batter's box is in complete shade. Pitcher looking at the pitcher out of the sunshine. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Little low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pittenger wants to get on in the worst way. Taylor wants to get that first out in the worst way. That's a deep fall to right field. Lauren Walburn comes in. Did she catch it? Oh, yes. She holds the glove up to show the scoop catch. And that came off the bat quick. She was playing deep. She had to come in. She lunged for the ball and got it. I saw it was a scoop, but by golly, she put her glove up to show that she caught the ball. What a play by Lauren Walburn in a key situation to start this 6th inning.
Brutal right field with that sun, and she steps back, found the ball was going to come a little bit in front of her. She dives for it with a fabulous catch and a big first out.
Vivian Morgan's a good thing because Vivian Morgan's been trouble all game. She has singled and homered. They've not got her out yet. She's been the fly in the ointment for Serenity Taylor so far. First pitch is called ball 1.
Since the home run, Serenity has gotten 8 straight Chillicothe Cavalier players out.
And the second pitch is called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's your 1-1 pitch. Looked good, but it must have been outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
1 out on a big play by right fielder Lauren Walburn.
She's deep out there again. Left fielder deep. Outfield is deep. And there's a hard shot by the third baseman down there and into left field. And Morgan's going to try to get second. Did they get her? And they say she's safe. And the ball came out of the glove of Ivy Switcher. It was a bang play down there. Morgan dove in hands first, and she has got a leadoff double, and she is 3 for 3.
Third face first slide we've seen today. Obviously, Lily Eberts had 2 of them in her efforts, but that's a big hit for Chillicothe. Now they have a runner in scoring position with 1 out, and still, we can't get Vivian Morgan out. She's been nothing short of outstanding. Triple away from hitting for the cycle.
By the way, Lexi Perry is down there at third base now in the spot where KJ Worsham was. Cassie Boltonhouse is up, and she swings through a pitch for strike one. So Chillicothe has got the tying run out there at second base. Vivian Morgan, a double, a single, and a home run, 3 for 3.
Trinity had gotten 8 straight players out. That double does give Chillicothe an opportunity.
1 ball and 1 strike.
That is the 4th hit of the night for Chillicothe. 2 singles, a double, and a home run. 3 of those hits by the young lady standing on second base.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Boltonhouse.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boltonhouse has struck out and grounded out. She is the number 3 hitter, so she is capable.
You're right there in the middle of the order. These are big outs.
Morgan, we know she can run well just from seeing that double that she legged out. Pitch just a little high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Close. Hard one to take if you're Boltonhouse, but she did, and she was right. Taylor looks in at Maddie Wright. Here's your 2-2 pitch. Ground ball
and that's a hit
by the shortstop into left field. Here comes Vivian Morgan, and she is going to slide in safely and trying to go to third. And is she out? No, she's safe. What a hustle by Caddy Boltonhouse. She doubled, and in to score is Vivian Morgan. And then on the throw home, Caddy tried to take third and slides in safely. So Chillicothe has not only tied the score, but they got the go-ahead run at third and still only 1 out.
Actually, I'd call it a single, but Ella Armstrong made a nice throw toward home plate, but not in time. The run scores, gets away then, and she ends up, that's when Caddy gets all the way to third base, Pete. That was huge.
Yeah, you're right. It's a single to second on the throw, and then she just took another base.
Yep.
There had a chance to throw her out, but could not do that. Just good hustle, and she had to do that on her own.
Well, there's still only 1 out and a runner on third base in a 2-2 game.
And here's the cleanup hitter, Alyssa Dudley. And third baseman Lexi Perry is charging, looking for the bunt, but Dudley shows no sign, and it is called a strike.
Dudley is the cleanup hitter. 1 out. Runner on third, and that would be a lead runner. There is a bunt.
Looks her back, throws over to first. He's not going to get her. So Serenity Taylor, I think she did the right thing. She looked the runner back at third, but that was all needed for Alyssa Dudley to get a single. Can't let that run score at third base.
Yeah, Serenity kind of pump faked and then was hoping to catch Dudley maybe off third base.
Or Boltonhouse.
Boltonhouse, yep.
Dudley gets credit for
the hit.
A single.
Boltonhouse on third. Runners on the corners. Still only 1 out.
Here's Izzy Whitty, singled and struck out. Taylor could use a strikeout right now. It's bunted in the air, out, and the runner gets back. They could see that was going to be a pop out, and so that is a big out. Izzy Whitty tried to do the same thing Dudley did, but popped it into the air on the bunt. Taylor was able to catch it easily, and that is out number 2. Bri Cousins is up. She is struck out and grounded out. So Jackson, after giving up the tying run and having the go-ahead run at third base with 1 out, 1 out away from keeping it at 2-2. Swing and a miss by Bri Cousins. She is the first baseman. Thinking about how big that catch was by Lauren Walburn out there in right field with what has happened since.
Yes.
Nice pitch. And down to second base. No throw. Didn't want to take a chance. I guess, did they call that a ball? They did. 1 ball and 1 strike.
A ball. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs.
Uncontested.
2-2 your score.
Steal of the bag there.
Tons of 2s.
And that's a line drive into left field. Left fielder going. Did she catch it? No, she did not catch it. Falls in. 1 run score.
It's a catch.
Oh,
Pete.
she did. Okay.
Ella Armstrong made the catch.
It was out of my sight there. The Lady Cavaliers kept running, and so I didn't know what was going on, but How about that? Play in right field by Lauren Walburn to play in left field by Ella Armstrong. Did you see her catch it?
I couldn't see her because of but when I saw the reaction of her teammates, and that was an obvious catch and a great job there by senior Ella Armstrong to hold Chillicothe to 1 run, but they do tie it up.
In the inning, 1 run, 3 base hits, no Jackson errors. There was 2 runners left on base. In the middle of the 6th inning, it's now the Jackson Iron Ladies 2, the Chillicothe Lady Cavaliers 2. We got a honey of a softball game here. You are listening and watching Jackson Iron Ladies Softball on the Total Media YouTube channel.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740.
Spring is in the air, and the McNerlin Network team at Howard Hanna is proud to sponsor Herds of Hope and their annual Spring Vendor Fair. Join us April 5th at Christ Church in Jackson, where you can shop, support local vendors, and even sign up to be one yourself. Visit the McNerlin Network team's Facebook page or...
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
Well, we're back here at Jackson Iron Ladies softball field in a dandy softball game. It is tied up at 2-2. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Freshman Lexi Perry is going to lead off for the Iron Ladies. Lexi has gotten on both times, once by single, once by error. Chillicothe was able to tie the score at 2-2 in the top of the 6th. Iron Ladies now in the bottom of the 6th. See if we can scratch out a base runner and get something going here. 2 outstanding softball teams in Southeast Ohio. There's a pitch that is going to be called a strike. It's quickly 0-2 on Lexi. Lexi started out the game as our designated player, pinch hitting, but then is now fielding third base for Jackson. There's a foul tip back. She stays alive with the 0-2 count. Pete Wilson had to leave us, folks. He is the editor of the paper, and he has to go cover city council. He does have another job. So we have to say goodbye to Pete. He told me to bring home a victory. I'm going to work on it. There's the pitch. It's a little bit high and outside. Oh, and they look down to the first base umpire to get the call. If Lexi went far enough with a swing, he says she does, so that is a strikeout. 1 out. Izzy Swisher at the plate. Izzy's been on by an error and has struck out. Izzy leads his team in home runs. Hint, hint, this would be a perfect time. She has 6 on the season. That pitch is outside. Ball 1. 2-2 the score. Both teams battling for second place in the Frontier Athletic Conference. Trying to stay within reach of Hillsboro. That ball is fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful evening for softball up here on the hillside. Pitch to Izzy, and there's a shot down the left field line, but foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 2-2 the score. 1 out. The 1-2, and there's a foul ball, left side, off the hitting barn. The Emily Cooper hitting facility, beautiful facility for this Iron Lady softball program. Named after a very special young lady. That pitch is high, 2-2 the count. Izzy's been outstanding at the plate this year, batting right at .500. The 2-2, nobody on. That pitch is high and outside. She gets the full count. Izzy is the leading base stealer for the Iron Ladies. She has a big time total of 21 stolen bases, so a walk here would be huge. A walk almost results in the equivalent of a double. C.J. Pittenger, the pitcher for Chillicothe, obviously will know that. The full count pitch, a little bit high. Izzy draws the walk, and she is on first base. One out, one on. Ella Armstrong coming up to the plate. She had a base hit in her time up, was part of that one-run bottom of the fourth inning, made a great play out in left field, having a very special senior night. Coach Kuhn down at third base giving her some direction. Ella will step to the plate. Izzy Swisher on first. Third base in tight. Third baseman, there's a swing and a miss. Oh, 1 the count. One out. Runner on first. Top base stealer or base runner for the Ironmen this season is Izzy Swisher. There's a pitch that's high. There goes Izzy. The throw down to second. Not close. Izzy with the stolen base. Pitch was high. Would have been a very difficult play for the catcher. She did throw it down, but Izzy gets there easily. Runner on second. One out. 2-2 the score. Third baseman still in tight. Ella Armstrong at the plate. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire readjusts his equipment. Gets back behind the plate. The 1-2 to Ella Armstrong. That's high. 2-2 the count. C.J. Pittenger nearly perfect the first 3 innings against the Iron Ladies. The Iron Ladies have put a little pressure on her, and they've scored 1 in each of the last 2 and have a runner at second with 1 out. Fouled back by Ella. Count stays at 2-2. Lauren Walburn on deck. Ella and Lauren had outstanding fielding plays last inning to help the Iron Ladies hold Chillicothe to just 1 run. The 2-2 to Ella. And there's a run down to third base. No, wait a second. Izzy Swisher gets to third base. I'm not sure Ella knew what the call was. It was a 2-2 count. She's now standing on first. She'll be coming back.
Number 5, Lauren Walburn.
So that is an out by Ella. Izzy Swisher gets over to third base, and Lauren Walburn will be up at the plate. There's a pitch back to the mound. She's going to try to slide, and she is going to be out at home plate. Izzy coming. The pitch was high. It hit into the net, bounced back quickly to the catcher. They had a play on Izzy at home plate, and she is out trying to score on the wild pitch. So we are now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Score stands at 2-2. As the Iron Ladies had 1 walk, they had a stolen base in that inning, but a couple of strikeouts and a play at home plate on the fielder's choice. And so 2-2 your score. We will be back with 7th inning here at Jackson Iron Lady Softball Field. Listen to our sponsors. They make all this possible.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Is Ralph there?
You sure you've got the right number?
Is he there?
Well, what's he look like?
He's got white hair and spots.
Is Ralph your dog?
He's a Dalmatian.
Why would he be here at Osborne Equipment Service?
You always say you have something for everyone.
We do, with service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs, and we're family owned and operated. Maybe you should look in your backyard for Ralph.
I'll just call his cell phone.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Chad Niddle and Edward Jones are a proud sponsor of Jackson Ironman Baseball. Give us a call at 740-286-4872 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
Top of the seventh inning. 2-2 your score. Chillicothe and Jackson. Chile here at Jackson, two of the top teams in the area. Chile comes in 13-4. The Iron Ladies 15-3. Both battling to be sole position of second place in the Frontier Athletic Conference. And what a dandy we have. Two excellent pitchers on the mound. Serenity Taylor, naturally for your Iron Ladies. C.J. Pittenger for Chillicothe. It is the top of the seventh, and Serenity will be facing the bottom part of the order. Sydney Wade, the right fielder, will lead off for Chillicothe. She has struck out and popped up in tonight's game. Shadows abounding on the infield, and there's a line drive to right field. That results in a base hit. Leadoff hitter is on base for Chillicothe. Her first hit of the contest, Sydney Wade. So now we bring up Josie Huddleston. She has struck out both times. Head coach for Chillicothe out talking to the home plate umpire. So I think we have a pinch runner now in the contest. Pinch runner for Wade. I've not seen her number yet. The pinch runner getting direction from the first base coach. See if we're looking at a bunt situation here. Josie Huddleston, the second baseman, will be up. She has struck out both times. Runner on first, nobody out. That pitch is high and inside. It will be ball one. KJ Worsham back at third base for the Iron Ladies. Elia Barnett at first base. Both are inside of the baseline. That is a strike. 1-1 the count. Good fastball by Serenity Taylor. A bunt attempt is fouled toward the home team dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll see if Huddleston wants to bunt with 2 strikes or not. They have the runner on first. It is Korea Blankenship. She is the pinch runner. There's a swing and a miss. A big strikeout, the throw down to first base, but the runner gets back in time. Big strikeout for Serenity Taylor. 1 out, 1 on. Danica Simpson, their pinch hitter, coming up. She has struck out and grounded out in tonight's contest. The pitch to Simpson is a foul tip down the third baseline. The pitch shows bunt. It is fouled back. Quick 0-2 count lead for Serenity on Danica Simpson. One out, one on. The 0-2, just a touch high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 is popped up, foul, out of play, over the screen. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a swing and a miss, a second strikeout. After the single, Serenity Taylor strikes out 2. CJ Pittenger at the top of the order comes up with a runner on first base. She is the pitcher that's been outstanding for Chillicothe. Runner on first, 2 outs now. Nine strikeouts in the contest for Serenity. 2 outs, 1 runner on. 2-2 the score, top of the 7th inning. Beautiful night here up on the hillside. Iron Ladies desperately trying to pick up their 16th win on the season. And there is a fly ball to right field, hit deep, and it is over the right field fence. Clears the right field fence by a couple of feet, but CJ Pittenger hits a 2-run home run to give Chillicothe the 4-2 lead. The Lady Cavaliers celebrating at home plate. Pittenger with the home run over the right field fence, second home run of the contest. 4-2 is a Chillicothe lead. It's a bit of a stunned crowd here at Iron Lady Softball Field. Now Vivian Morgan coming up, the shortstop. She is 3 for 3 on the contest. That one of those 3 hits was a home run, the other a double. She scored 2 runs. 4-2 the Chillicothe lead. Bases are empty now. First pitch to Morgan is a strike. Vivian Morgan, the shortstop, 3 for 3 in tonight's game. There is a foul ball down the third baseline, grounded down the third baseline. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 0-2 is popped up, foul over the screen. Count stays at no balls, 2 strikes. Morgan steps back into the box. Pitch from Serenity, low and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 is low and outside. 2-2 your count. There is a foul ball back to the screen. Count stays at 2-2. 4-2, Chillicothe has the lead. They come up with two big runs here in the top of the 7th inning on the home run by C.J. Pittenger. Vivian Morgan up at the plate. 2-2 the count. That pitch over top of her helmet. Full count now. Her mother and head coach down at the third base line, giving her some instruction. And there is a ground ball off the glove of KJ Washam, and that will result in an error. It bounces away and allows Vivian Morgan to get on base, as she has done for the 4th time in tonight's game. 3 hits and on with an error. Hit the ball very hard. Would have been a very tough play. But runner on first. Katie Boughtonhouse coming up. She had the big single RBI to tie the score in the 6th inning. She is 1 for 3 in the contest. She has a single, a ground out, and a strikeout. Vivian Morgan on first. 2 outs. Iron Ladies trying to get out of this inning. That pitch is low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 2-1 to Katie Boughtonhouse. That pitch is a little bit outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. That is a called strike. Full count. Boughtonhouse took a step down toward first base, but no way. That was a strike by Serenity. The full count, 2 outs, runner on first. Iron Ladies need an out and then a big inning. And there's a foul tip back to the screen. The pitch. And that is a touch outside. That will be a walk. Now runners will be on first and second. There are 2 outs. Chillicothe in this inning was led off with a Sydney Wade single, and then the big 2-out, 2-run home run by C.J. Pittenger. It's been followed by Morgan getting on by an error, Boughtonhouse getting on with a walk. That brings up Dudley, the third baseman. There's a foul tip back. We did not fire Pete Wilson. He had to head to City Council. He's having to miss a very exciting softball game, the ending of it here. 2 on, 2 outs, 4-2, the Chillicothe lead. That pitch hits her. So that will load the bases. Iron Ladies trying to get that elusive 3rd out of this 7th inning. Bases loaded. That'll bring up Izzy Whitty, the left fielder. She has a single, a strikeout, a pop-up. Nowhere to put anybody, so the bases are full. Coach Brandon Stevens will take a walk out to the mound. It looks like the whole infield will huddle up with him. Just kind of probably settle Serenity down a little bit here. Inning started out with a single. She strikes out the next two batters, so she's one out away from getting out of the inning, but C.J. Pittenger able to hit a shot to right field, goes over the fence, 2-run home run. Iron Ladies find themselves down 4-2. Next three batters have gotten on via error, walk, and a hit by a pitch. Izzy Whitty, the left fielder, is up to the plate. Nowhere to put her. Iron Ladies need an out. Swing and a miss. First pitch is a strike. There's a ground ball to third base. KJ Washam gets it and beats the runner to third base. I'm looking for the call by the umpire, and there it's an out. KJ Washam fields it cleanly, outruns the runner from second to third, gets the ground out or the force out. But Chillicothe comes up with two big runs in the top of the seventh inning. They now lead this contest by a score of 4-2. We'll be back with Iron Ladies in the bottom of the seventh in just 1 minute.
Our family works hard so we can serve your family. That's the motto at Ramey's Used Cars, which is located 7 miles west of MacArthur on US Route 50 next to Ramey's Homes. Ramey's has been providing quality pre-owned vehicles since 1970, and Ramey's also has a high-quality parts department. Give Ramey's Automotive a call today at 596-4694, and don't forget to check out John's weekly specials. Just look for the signs and the vehicles in the front of the lot.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, a telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
Back here at Jackson Iron Ladies softball field, the Iron Ladies find themselves down by a score of 4-2. Iron Ladies need some big things to happen here in the bottom of the seventh inning, and they will lead off with Lauren Walburn. And we will see Daisy Howard is on deck. Daisy had the big double for the Iron Ladies to take a 2-1 lead. She scored the run to give us a 2-1 lead, but Iron Ladies need a rally now. Lauren Walburn up to the plate. She has struck out both times in her previous, but boy, has she made one outstanding fielding play in right field that stopped a rally by Chillicothe. First pitch is a strike. The second pitch, swing and a miss. Quickly down 0-2. Iron Ladies need base runners. The 0-2 to Lauren, the sophomore right fielder. That pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, ground ball to third, fielded cleanly. The throw over is scooped out of the dirt by the first baseman. Excellent fielding plays by Chillicothe to get that first out. And that brings up Daisy Howard to the plate. Howard comes up with one out. Remember, her one time up tonight was a double all the way to the right center field fence. Ended up on second base, scored the run for the Iron Ladies. Dacey, a freshman. That pitch is down in the dirt to the backstop. Ball one. Jackson needs 2 runs to keep this game alive, 3 runs to finish it off. The ball is fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on. Dacey Howard, the freshman, at the plate. Coach Brandon Stevens and his Iron Ladies need base runners here. Have to come up with 2 runs to keep this game alive. There is a pop fly foul over the backstop. Nice catch there by Fandoms. Mr. Eisnagel with a beautiful catch. Kind of backhanded that one. One ball, 2 strikes to freshman Dacey Howard. That ball is low and inside, 2-2 the count. Will take a base runner any way, shape, or form. 4-2 Chillicothe with the lead, bottom of the 7th. Pitch is a called third strike. 2 outs. Iron Ladies are down to their final out. Senior Bryn Denny coming to the plate. Bryn having a fabulous senior season. Certainly would like to keep it alive here. She has a .377 average coming into tonight's contest. 4 home runs. Nobody on base. Bryn Denny, the senior center fielder, steps to the mound, or steps to the batter's box. C.J. Pittenger on the mound, trying to pitch her complete game and a big, big win for the Chillicothe Lady Cavaliers. The pitch to Bryn is hit to left field. It's high in the air. Left fielder camps under it and drops the ball. Bryn Denny will end up on second base. Left fielder had a play on it, but could not hold on to it. Bryn Denny now is at second base, runner in scoring position, and Maddie Wright coming to the plate, and the Iron Ladies are still alive. 4-2 is the Chillicothe lead, 2 outs. Maddie Wright coming up. She is 0 for 3 in the contest, 2 pop-ups and a strikeout. But she has senior Bryn Denny on second base. Let's see if the Iron Ladies can take advantage of the error by the left fielder. First pitch is a ball to Maddie Wright. Talked about Maddie's stats. She's having an outstanding season. Leads the Iron Ladies in doubles and triples. And there's a pitch inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Maddie is a .400 hitter for Jackson this year. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Maddie steps out of the box. Right-hander Sydney Pittenger's pitch is going to be a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 2-1 to Maddie Wright. There's a hard hit ball to third base. The throw across the mountain. That is going to be enough as they were able to field the ball, get it over to first base. And the Chillicothe Lady Cavaliers have come away with a huge victory tonight against our Jackson Iron Ladies, defeating the Iron Ladies by a score of 4-2. Heartbreaking loss for Jackson because just after the 5th inning, the Iron Ladies had taken a 2-1 lead, but 1 run in the 6th, 2 runs in the 7th is their downfall, and Chillicothe comes away with a big victory. Chillicothe advances to 14-4 on the season. Jackson now will be 15-4 on their season. Chillicothe goes to 7-2 in the Frontier Athletic Conference. Our Iron Ladies are now 6-3 in the conference. Both teams shaking hands. Tough loss for our Iron Ladies, but an outstanding season, none to say. And they get an opportunity tomorrow night to do it again as they will travel to Chillicothe for the rematch. We're going to take a timeout. We will be back with post-game, the Stockroom 601 post-game show. We will be able to talk with Coach Brandon Stevens in the post-game. But at the moment, he is huddled up with his Iron Ladies out in left field. It is your Chillicothe Cavaliers coming away with a huge victory tonight, defeating our Iron Ladies by a score of 4-2. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Spring is in the air, and the McNerlin Network team at Howard Hanna is proud to sponsor Herds of Hope and their annual Spring Vendor Fair. Join us April 5th at Christ Church in Jackson, where you can shop, support local vendors, and even sign up to be one yourself. Visit the McNerlin Network team's Facebook page or Herds of Hopes to sign up, or call us at 702-6000. Have the link emailed to you. Plus, don't miss out on the Egg My Yard event. Let Herds of Hope's royalty help you hide eggs for your little ones. At Howard Hanna, we don't just sell homes, we invest in our community. Green and gold means sold. Call 702-6000 or stop by the McNerlin Network team at 135 East Huron Street in Jackson for more details. See you at the Spring Vendor Fair, and don't forget to Egg My Yard.
Brian Moore Construction specializes in turnkey construction, room additions, kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as residential and commercial roofing. They also do silicone and acrylic roof coverings. Brian Moore Construction delivers quality craftsmanship on time, on budget, and according to specifications. Choose Brian Moore Construction for your next build, remodel, or roofing project. Call today for a free estimate. 740-418-6140.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Vinton County National Bank wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, a telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegrammnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Our family works hard so we can serve your family. That's the motto at Ramey's Used Cars, which is located 7 miles west of MacArthur on US Route 50 next to Ramey's Homes. Ramey's has been providing quality pre-owned vehicles since 1970, and Ramey's also has a high-quality parts department. Give Ramey's Automotive a call today at 596-4694, and don't forget to check out John's weekly specials. Just look for the signs and the vehicles in the front of the lot.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Jackson County Banking Center wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. Jackson County Banking Center, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools. Athletic events, concerts, and plays. You can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement that we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. Ohio Valley Bank. Community first. Member FDIC.
Parks Edge Event Center. Start planning your event today.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Chad Niddle and Edward Jones are a proud sponsor of Jackson Ironman Baseball. Give us a call at 740-286-4872 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom presses. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built to manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, teddy bear.
Hurry down to House Rock. You've been watching Jackson High School Sports live on YouTube.
We're back here at Jackson Iron Ladies softball field, and the Jackson Iron Ladies lose a heartbreaker tonight by a score of 4-2 to the Chillicothe Lady Cavaliers. It was definitely a tough loss tonight as the Iron Ladies had fought their way to a 2-1 lead through 5 innings, but Chillicothe comes up with 1 in the 6th. And then the big 2-run home run by C.J. Pittenger in the 7th to take the 4-2 lead. Iron Ladies threatened in the bottom of the 7th, got a runner to second base. But C.J. Pittenger, once again, she's a pitcher and had the game-winning hit. She was able to kind of control the Iron Ladies throughout most of the night. She had 11 strikeouts in the contest. She only gave up 4 hits to Jackson, so really an outstanding pitching effort by C.J. Pittenger. Jackson got a good outing by Serenity Taylor. The only problem Serenity had, she gave up 2 home runs, 1 to left field, 1 to right field, and those were how basically Chillicothe scores all their runs, and that is the difference in this contest. So tough loss for the Iron Ladies. They advanced their record this year to a 15-4 record. For the Iron Ladies, they are now 6-3 in the Frontier Athletic Conference. Chillicothe now advances their record to 14-4. They had lost 3 of their last 4 games, so this was a big win for them, and now they are 7-2 within the Frontier Athletic Conference. Both teams will meet again tomorrow night at Chillicothe. So it's a disappointed group of Jackson Iron Lady softball players tonight. It was an outstanding softball game. You couldn't ask for a more competitive type softball contest, but the wrong team comes out ahead, and it is Chillicothe 4, Jackson 2. Coach Brandon Stevens is headed his way here to be part of the Stockroom 601 post-game show. He is going to bring with him one of the other factors about tonight, it was senior night, and this is always going to be very difficult as he has to say goodbye to his group of seniors here. As we're working our way up here to the post-game show, we will first get a chance to talk with Alexis. You going to talk to me tonight? Come here. I know it's an emotional time, and I appreciate you girls coming up here. This is Alexis Rippeth. She was honored tonight in the pregame seniors. It is senior night for our Jackson Iron Ladies, and it's a tough night tonight. And I know everybody's so emotional about this, but Alexis, you've been a big part of this program, and I know you've enjoyed every minute of it, and there's a lot of softball still to go. That's what we got to think about on there. Tough loss tonight. Just tell us a little bit. What are your plans? What you do everything with the team? Tell us a little bit about your duties.
I basically play the music, film on the camera. Basically help out.
Any way, shape, or form, isn't it, on there? It's a great group of young ladies you work with, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been with this team for 3 years.
I know you have. I know you have. What are your plans as a senior? I mean, graduation's going to be around the corner on there. What are you thinking about afterwards?
I plan on attending Ohio University for nursing.
Good for you. Good for you. Well, Alexis, thanks for coming up and talking to us. I know we'll pass the headsets off, and I know I hate to have the seniors have to come up. I sure wish it was cheering a win. Yeah. I know, but there's going to be plenty more for this Iron Lady softball team. Keep working with them, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Alexis. Alexis Rippeth. Who wants to be next? Okay. Bryn, thank you for coming up.
Yeah,
I know this is not easy after a loss like that. Tough one for you, but wow, what a season you're having as a senior.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride so far, and I can't wait to continue with the team that we have so far. Our chemistry is far better than anything I've ever seen before, so what we're going to do for the rest of the season's
You are a tight-knit group. It's pretty obvious
Yeah,
to
we
tell.
are. Yeah, we are.
We're so excited this year to get to start doing some of these girls' softball games, so I'm glad you're my first senior player to get an interview on a senior night there. And wish it could have been a win. You made things kind of exciting in that seventh inning. We got you to second base. We just couldn't get 2 runs in.
Yeah, finally got on base that last inning. Really wasn't struggling. I was really struggling at the plate today, so my goal at that last at-bat was to see the ball and find it in the grass somewhere.
Well, you've done that most all your year this year. You've just been nothing short of outstanding on there.
Thank you.
You senior leaders, it's a young team.
Yes, we are an extremely young team starting out, but our freshmen have really stepped up to the plate, and everybody's really found their groove this season so far. So to continue with the chemistry and just everybody stepping up, it's really been a great time playing with everybody.
You know, there's still a lot of softball left.
There's still a lot of softball left.
No question about it there.
Yeah.
Your plans are to go to Rio Grande.
Yes,
they are. You are part of our many award-winning cheerleading group there, and you're going to cheer at Rio Grande, I understand?
Cheering at Rio,
and then what are you going to school for?
I'm majoring in radiology technology.
I heard that in the pregame show.
And specializing in cardiovascular.
Ooh, that's outstanding.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck to you. We're going to keep cheering for you the rest of the year.
Thank you.
A lot of softball to go.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for coming up and talking to us. Thank you. We certainly have enjoyed it. Ella, we've done this before. I hate this. The second time, but I had the luxury of getting to talk to you after basketball season.
Yes, we did.
And now it's your softball season on there. But senior season, you're a very special young lady, and I'm so glad to have you here. Big hit tonight.
Oh, thank you.
You really got the Iron Ladies going. And then how about that play out in left field?
Oh, it was awesome.
That was huge. You and Lauren came up huge to get 2 outs in a very critical time in this contest, and that was very big on there. Well, Ella, you had a heck of a cheering section up here. It's just to my right. A bunch of Armstrongs were up there, including your dad, chasing every foul ball down tonight.
Yes, always.
He is the very best at it. Ella, what's your plans? Tell us, because when I talked to you in basketball, you had a little bit of time, but all of a sudden now graduation's right around the corner for you.
I'm planning on attending Ohio University and major in business and accounting.
Wow, that's just wonderful. Ella's been a 4-year starter here in our softball program, been such a big factor. As I told Bryn, there's a lot of softball left.
Yes.
This one was a tough night tonight, but you guys will bounce back. And the neat thing is you got to get a bounce back against this very team tomorrow night.
Yeah, we do.
So you as a senior, rally the troops on there. Okay, Ella?
Okay.
Best of luck to you. Thank you for coming up and talking to us.
Thank
Good
you.
luck the rest of the year. on there. Ella Armstrong, one of our 2 seniors in the starting lineup in tonight's game. And if you want to hand this headset, we'll let your coach talk for a minute. Coach Brandon Stevens, I appreciate you bringing up your 2 seniors. They're special young ladies.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't replace the amount of innings they've played. I mean, that's one thing you can't replace on the field. And what I told them out there, I mean, it's a tough loss, but in the grand scheme, there's something to be said about your high school team. You don't ever get another group quite like that high school group that you get to come through. So they've enjoyed it. I feel like they've taken it for granted. You know, they have not taken it for granted, and they've really put themselves in a good position. And I expect them to be successful.
Oh, no question. Tonight was a heartbreaker. Really grinded out through 5 innings, that 2-1 lead. It felt so good, but the home run ball was the difference tonight.
Well, yeah, there's a couple pitches we'd like to have back.
Sure. 2.
Yeah, two of them. And, you know, that's just the way it goes. There's all these teams, you're not just going to sit back and mow them down, right? We kind of start getting in a little funk where we get behind in the count. So we couldn't nibble as much. We couldn't throw as much off speed. We had to go to the fastball a little bit more than I wanted to. And you know, that girl hit a shot, and it is what it is at that point. So
C.J. Pittenger, the pitcher of record, but she's the one that hits a 2-run home run, and that is the difference in the contest. We made a little noise in the bottom of the 7th. I thought maybe some magic there, but you've got a team that isn't going to give up. They just keep grinding, and that's what they did in the 5th inning, really 4th and 5th inning, to grind out runs to take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, you got to tip your cap to that pitcher, Rittinger. She's good. I mean, and we knew she was good coming in. Our girls knew she was good. They all know her, right? They all play travel with her, so they know exactly what to expect, which you think, well, that works to our advantage, but it also works to your disadvantage if that's all you think about is how good she is. So, you know, she has that rise ball, and it took us a while to stop swinging at it, right? So very similar approach to Hillsboro's pitcher. You know, she's going to throw hard. She does a heavy fastball, but she also lives up in the zone. So
it sounds like you've faced 2 outstanding pitchers in back-to-back games.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some in South Carolina, me included. I would say my wife, Alex, is the only one that's seen anything like it because she played, you know, in college.
Sure.
But, you know, that girl committed to Clemson. I mean, she was unbelievable. I mean, she was
I heard that.
68 one pitch and could drop a nice 55 miles change up, just drop it in for a nice little strike. I mean, she was unbelievable. And then we came back knowing what we were going to see tonight and just couldn't get the bats going. I mean, we had a freshman, Daisy, came out.
What a big hit by Daisy.
A pinch hit, Daisy. Has no idea. I walk up to her. She's on the bucket doing book. And I walk up to her and I say, Daisy, get your helmet on. You're going in. And all I told her was choke up and hit a fastball. And she goes in. She does that. You know, and our senior, Ella, gets pinched hit for early. And she doesn't complain. She doesn't say a word. And then she comes up and has a huge hit later. So
she's just an outstanding young lady.
And
I was so glad to see her have a hit and a big play out in left field.
Well, and I told him out there, I was trying to talk to him, and I said, if Ella don't catch those balls, it might be 6-8 or 6-2.
Sure.
I mean, because they're going to run, they're going to roll all the way to the fence.
Lauren Walburn, too, with a beautiful catch in right field.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what happened out there, but it didn't have to be that beautiful.
Made it exciting.
She ended up catching it, but
yep.
Yeah.
But those were big outs. Well, 4-2, we go down to defeat, but there is one good thing. You get a rematch.
We do.
And it's less than 24 hours away.
We do. And we told the girls out there, you know, don't ever just get kicked down. Right. Get your hind ends back up. Let's get ready to play tomorrow. We're going to be a different team getting on the bus tomorrow. You know, we came off of spring break, which is tough. It's mentally tough to get back into the swing of things, of school and all that stuff. And then we came out and just could not get it rolling tonight. So I'm hoping when we show up tomorrow, it's going to be a different game.
Well, 15-4 on the season. It sure has been fun. It's been exciting, but we're kind of winding down. What is the when do we actually get the sectional draw when these things taking place? It's around the corner.
Yeah, bios I think have to be posted.
Probably in
Wednesday.
a week. Well, this
Wednesday.
week. Wow. Okay.
And then voting is Friday.
Okay, so we're going to know something within
Should know
the week.
something like Sunday.
Wow.
And you know, you don't want to scare your players, but I did tell them out there just how meaningful this second game is, because you don't want to be that nine seed. It's not a great spot to be, but just a lot of weight that's rolling on this game for both teams, right? Us and them.
Well, I truly think 2 of the better teams in Southeastern District tonight here at this field.
Yeah.
Very outstanding teams, and I think they both have a lot of softball left to play, and hopefully a good tourney run and a big victory tomorrow night.
Yep, that would be great.
Coach, thanks so much for coming up to talk to us. It sure is easier after wins, but I've done this for this many years. I always feel bad for the coach that has to come up, but I appreciate whenever they do.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys. You know, you guys come into the games, the girls, they get so excited. They see you guys setting up your equipment, and it's nice, right? It is a good thing.
It is.
And it's awesome, and the community, I think, is getting excited. I think softball just in Jackson overall is really taken off. I mean,
it has.
Our junior high now has 3 teams. There might be 40, almost 40 kids playing there.
Great.
Plus, we got the high school. I mean, it's working right now. So to see you guys support, I mean, we really appreciate that.
I told Bryn you're my first player post-game interview in girls softball in history, and she grinned. She's a great young lady.
Oh
also.
yeah. Though she's not scared of the mic.
No, not at all. I thought I might fight it back to get it, but she was good.
Yeah, she's great. Yep.
Coach, go down and
appreciate it.
enjoy your seniors, and very best of luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Coach Brandon Stevens here with us, talking about tonight's loss, which ended up to be a 4-2 loss to Chillicothe, a heartbreaker, but it was senior night. We got to enjoy talking to our seniors on this softball team, and that makes it very special. And they get the opportunity to bounce back tomorrow night at Chillicothe to face this very same Chillicothe Lady Cavalier team. So, folks, for Pete Wilson, who had to take off and work his other job a little bit tonight, this is Dan Morrow, and we're just going to say good night, everybody. We will be back tomorrow night and Wednesday night with Jackson Boys Baseball.
Thanks for watching Jackson High School Sports.